You know that one corner of your living room, or worse, your basement, the graveyard of half-finished ambitions. And every time you look at it, you feel it. That sting, shame. There's the electric guitar you bought at 35 because you thought, this is it, I'm starting a band. Now it's an expensive dust collector. Next to it, the home brewing kit, used exactly once. Undrinkable results. The easel from your art phase. And on your laptop, a half-built website for a business idea you were absolutely convinced would change your life 3 months ago. And now you suddenly want to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or become a beekeeper. Society has a word for people like you. Unfocused, flaky, jack of all trades. You feel like an imposter because you can't just pick one thing and stick with it. Like Karen from accounting, 15 years, same spreadsheets, thriving. You tell yourself, I'm not really good at anything. But you forgot the second half of the quote. The full saying is, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. And modern psychology agrees with something you haven't dared to believe. Your brain isn't broken. It's just not built for the golf course. What you thought was failure might not be failure at all. We were raised for a world that looked like a golf course. Clear rules, trimmed grass, one hole, one direction. In that world, the winner is the specialist, the I type. Picture Mark, 42 years old, insurance industry since he was 20. He dug one hole, but he dug it a mile deep. In the stable world of the 20th century, Mark was king. He invested his 10,000 hours. He was safe. But your brain senses something Mark doesn't. We're not on a golf course anymore. We're in a jungle. AI, economic shocks, new technologies every year. If tomorrow a software reviews insurance policies better than Mark has a problem, a very big one. What looked like your chaos might actually be adaptation. You drift. One year you're obsessed with sourdough, next year you're coding, then interior design. To Mark, that looks unstable. At a high school reunion, he asks, so, what exactly do you do now? And you hesitate. But here's what's really happening. You're collecting worlds. Experts solve problems using familiar tools. You do something different. You take an idea from one domain and apply it somewhere unexpected. Imagine a web developer who used to be an ER nurse. On paper, the hospital years look irrelevant, but she understands stress. She understands human urgency. She knows how people think in crisis. A pure computer science graduate who's only known screens, they can't replicate that. She doesn't just write code, she designs systems that people can navigate in panic. That's innovation. That's not randomness. That's synthesis. You are not behind. You are cross-training. Here's the trap. People like you try to do everything at once. Write the novel, launch the startup, train for the triathlon, all simultaneously. That's when burnout hits. So maybe the solution is to finally choose one, to become disciplined, to become an I type. That sounds logical. It even sounds mature. But it's wrong. You're not supposed to do everything at once. You're supposed to do them in phases. You're not an I, you're an M. Multiple pillars, connected by curiosity. Think of Claudia. In her 20s, travel, languages, bar jobs, learning people. That was pillar one. In her 30s, she wanted stability. She entered sales, learned negotiation, structure. She thought she'd betrayed her wild self. She didn't. She built pillar two. Now she's 40. She sells sustainable products online, and suddenly, it all connects. She speaks to international customers because she knows languages. She calculates margins with precision because she mastered sales. She didn't waste time. She built sequential depth. Your scattered path is actually layered infrastructure. There's one more principle. Call it built-in security. Imagine a table with one leg. That's Mark. If that leg breaks, the table collapses. But you're building four legs. If the housing market crashes and you're an architect, that's dangerous. But if you're an architect who spent nights learning 3D modeling, when physical buildings stall, you design digital worlds, games, film, virtual environments. And you don't start from zero. You bring your knowledge of structure, light, space. Your old skill multiplies your new one. You didn't waste time. You built a safety net, a second floor beneath you. So here's your plan. Stop apologizing for your graveyard of hobbies. It's not a cemetery, it's a portfolio. Every abandoned project was a semester at a university you created for yourself. Trust your curiosity. even when it makes no sense. It's not distraction, it's direction. And stop asking whether you must choose between art and technology. Ask how your art makes your technology better. In a world changing this fast, the most valuable skill is the ability to reconfigure. You weren't built to perform one function like a calculator. You were built to connect worlds others don't even see. And maybe that basement corner was never a graveyard. Maybe it was construction.